Start of another day. I can't remember how many we ended up finishing with last night, but actually a couple of showers came through overnight. It's driest here, I can't believe my eyes actually. From where I've come from, it's wet on the road, so that's good news actually. It means the guys might be able to finish this baling down here today. But there's a bit of damp about, so we've got to let the damp come off. It's the Ford's job to do some work now. We're going to put the hay fan on. We've got to get the fan on that hay. You know, it's quite important that you get the fan on there straight away, because it's starting to get hot inside there now. You'll have sun heat in the bales, and if there's any moisture left in those bales, it will create heat within the stack. So you've got to get the fan on there straight away. So our job this morning is to get that fan on. Linda just told me, with the baler down for 2 hours yesterday, we did 3,500 packed home in the dry. I know we're at home, so it's a bit easier. Dave's just getting the tractor ready. He's going to go and top the runway. And then farmer, Edward was contract farming up at the other farm for us, and farmer was up there loading bales and getting those in the dry. Another 3,000 they did yesterday. They didn't quite get all that finished. There was more there than they expected. So 6,500 in the dry in the shed for the day. That's not bad going. So we're pretty happy with that. Maybe if we're lucky, it's dryish here, so the guys might get started here, you know, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, they might just get started. We're going to fill this tractor with fuel tanks on the bonnet. Keithy's getting a fan ready, Dave's getting the topper ready. There he goes. We've got to go down the field and cut some bales in a minute, and I'll tell you why. So far we've had 2 days of baling. There's 10,000 bales in the shed, literally 10,000. 2 days, that ain't bad. Yields are mixed, you know. Some fields there's been a large amount, a hell of a lot. Some fields like the ones down here have been about an average amount, and then other fields there's been you know, tiny amount. So it's been a bit mixed so far. You know, this afternoon they are saying at the moment it's drizzling. But they are saying warm sunshine this afternoon, so we'll have to see how that goes. This is what we put in. Obviously all the trailers are loaded again. Some lovely stuff. Smells insane already. But yes, obviously these are all to be unloaded. Farmer will unload those later on. There's some more there that have got to be unloaded. So by the end of today they're hoping just to, you know, we're not going to have a massive day today, but they're hoping to get this cleared up here. And the Edward didn't finish all of the hay he was on. There's a little field there they want to finish, and then tomorrow we're hoping to small bale the Timothy up at Peter's, and then Monday we're hoping to go to Alistair's and get on some of that real nice meadow hay. So that's the plan for the next few days, but at the moment it's drizzling and ruining our lives. Keithy said this is actually a more common problem than people. I've never seen it before, and I can't find the lumps. We had one yesterday. Right, so the new paler, obviously new paint, and had some wedges in there. I'll show you later on. This was all clinging to the sides of the chute where the bale comes out, dragging the bales, making the bales more and more heavy, because it's like putting pressure on. It's like putting the hydraulic ram on, and then to the point where you know, there's no more left to give and the shear bolt give. Daisy obviously, you know, she was trying to slacken the bales off, couldn't really understand what was going on, and this stuff goes literally like cardboard. And it's grass, look at that, it's like cardboard grass. Anyway, once the shear bolt goes, you've got to then get in under the thing, like they said. Cole had to do it. We and Keithy weren't here at the time. And then once you've done that, you've got to pull everything out the back, clear your chute out, which was full of all that cardboardy type stuff. This is obviously the reminiscence from that. Once we'd done all that, you know, Bailey was sweet again, put the shear bolt back in, off you go, no worries. But yeah, it was interesting. It was hanging up even in the chute, you know, new fresh paint in the chute. It's what it was. It's a type of grass it is. You ever seen it going like with it not in there? Is it like one of those floppy men? Woo! Woo! See how warm it is? You smell that? That smell is insane. You soon know it, don't you? If it's
on that, you feel warm.
Oh yeah, definitely. How long will that go on that stack then for, Keith?
A few days, and then sort of turn it off, and then keep heating up and cooling down. It'll take a while, I suppose.
And what happens if you leave it, if you don't have fan on there?
Just sweat, heat at the top, get wet on the top.
Would it cause fire? When does it cause fire?
Yeah, it gets really bad.
Yeah. We saw it last year, didn't we? Not ourselves.
Just send the hay roll.
Yeah. You know straight away though, don't you? If you've got something, no, it's not bad at all. But if you've got something that's gone in there a little bit iffy, you know straight away, don't you? Because that comes out warm, doesn't it?
Straight away, really. You want to be on it, blowing it straight away.
You can keep it though, can't you?
Yeah.
You know, as you keep blowing it, you can keep it.
You blow it till it's cool, and then you think that's all right. You leave it a few days, put the fan on again, it's about warm.
Yeah. But even hay at 30%. As long as you keep monitoring it and blowing it, you can keep it, can't you? Yeah. You know, without it too many issues. Not saying you should make hay at 30%, but you know. But if weather, you know, weather soon dicks you over, doesn't it? All right, Dave. Yeah. Ready to go? Yeah. You sharpened it, Dave. We better go and have a look, haven't we? If we didn't have that breakdown last night, we would have got within. Well, we would have finished it. We would have stayed late and finished it. I know we would. What we're doing, just checking for damp. Right, that is damp all the way through. Not wet, just damp. So that's got some drying to do. So what we'll do, we have to re-ted out these rows. That will be touch and go where that goes today. You know, it might be 5 o'clock, but we get a couple of hours baling at 5 o'clock. It'll be all right. She's just damp. She's not wet, she's just damp. You know, that noise has changed, that rustle's not there. So it's got a fair bit of drying to do. We might need to ted it out twice. We'll just see. But better than being soaking wet, because you know you ain't baling then. But I think we'll be all right. We've just got to go through that. Once it's been moved, re-rowed, you know, I think it'll be all right. But it won't be until, I wouldn't have said that'll go until 4 o'clock. This is where Daisy got to before the shear bolt went. It's one of those, you know, Daisy was trying to get the pressure off it. She didn't realise that there was material stuck in the chamber. And then when Linda got onto them, I'm not joking, they're the heaviest things I've ever seen. We can barely lift them off the ground, so they were, you know, there was no chance Linda was going to put them in the packer. Even with its new door thing on the back, they were heavy. I don't know what would they weigh, Keithy? 50 kilo, 40 kilo, 55 kilos, something like that. They're heavy. I've weighed one, you know, one of them tractor weights is 55 kilos, isn't it? They are mental heavy. Anyway, Keithy reckons this is the old-fashioned way of doing it. You make all your bales, then you cut them open. It's like double cooked chips, we were saying, you know. You cook them, you cut them, and then you cook them again. And then they're even tastier, aren't they, Keithy? Yeah. Dave's loving life over there, aren't you, Dave?
We beat him.
I've got to get a picture because no one will believe us. We didn't make the mess, but we have to clean it up. So Daisy, remember this, you owe us big time. Anyway, what we'll do, David will very skillfully come across with a tedder. Won't you, Dave? You got to kick them out. You'd never ever spread them. You could cut the strings out, but you'd never spread them. They're too heavy. But Dave will ted them, then they'll get re-rowed, and then we'll round bale them, and they'll probably end up as cow food. It doesn't always go to plan, you know.
Tie all these strings back together and
yes.
use them again.
Yes, Keithy's job now is to tie them all back together. You know, every 3 days we give everything a good grease. You know, we'll go through the PTO shafts, so there's multiple points in these two. And then there's obviously the shafts that go underneath. They're right pain to get on. Anyway, we're going to run around everything, grease it up. We'll grease the Arxon, the baler. Oh, this is Colin's new baler. Look. So this is an 1840. Now, when we got them side by side, ours is only over there, but at the minute I ain't got time to really show you. He hasn't got the knotter greases on there, so he has to do them manually. To me, that really doesn't matter at all. The density is set on the front there, which is a little bit iffy because you might suck yourself up, but yes, other than that it's very similar. I don't think the chute's as long. On ours is a little bit longer. Until we get them side by side, you know, it's not a great deal difference. Yes, is that how you set your density? Now enter door on. That's different as well. Yes, you see, this is all smaller and different. I'm not saying it's worse or anything like that. I'm just saying it's different. It's a little bit different. This bit, let's see, this will open right up. This is different as well. This is big. These catches are absolutely terrible. Rubbish. Okay, here we go then. Oh, I see. He's got a grease point up on... Where is that? You can't see this part on the other baler. And the flywheel is definitely a little bit smaller. Interesting. There's all your chains running up and inside there. But still, heavy duty chain, you know. I don't think he'll be disappointed with it. Oh, he's got a thing in here as well. Right, okay, here we go. This is the same diagram as ours, and I couldn't find some. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Gauge wheels. No. Stuffer drive hub. There you go. There's the stuffer drive hub. Look. I see. This is like a generic gauge for all balers, which is why I couldn't find some on ours, which makes sense because ours is a little bit different. Those are absolutely rubbish. I saw on the Americans they've actually got a manual tab here that you can just twist. Colin's put a little washer on there. It's quite a sensible move, that. Anyway, we'll get another look at this another day. But yeah, some slight differences there. Anyway, we're on greasing duty. We're going to grease this. We're going to grease the oxen. We've got plenty to do. You know what I mean? We just found this. Steve came the other day, didn't he? What did he say about the? Was he happy with it all?
What's that?
Steve, when he was here.
Steve, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he bought the book.
Oh, he bought the manual as well?
He bought the manual. He put it on my phone.
Yeah.
But because I haven't got my goggles with me, I can only read 3 words at a time.
But he also dropped us a little, what did you call it, service pack?
Yeah, it's a service repair kit.
And this comes included, does it?
Yeah.
So
well, I don't, yeah, he dropped it for us. I don't know everybody fucking mate, that would happen. But yeah, good. Got springs. Yeah, got some sensors.
Spare sensors. Filters.
Yeah, it's really good.
You know, just a little spare of, something you might knock off or something that you might just need to get yourself out of a jam. So that's really good of him, isn't it? Hey, thanks, Steve. I've been having battles with the machines, greasing them up, but what we want to know is whether this is going to go today. It's 1:30. We're hoping by 4 o'clock it's going to be. Yeah. That is. Yep, I think they will be. There's a little, it's a tiny bit in there. But by the time they get through it, Uncle Franklin moves it, that'll be alright. Sweet, that's a good job. I'll get onto this afternoon. As soon as that sun comes out, it's just chalk and cheese, So that's good. Dave's been through it, went through this, he spread out the bits down the bottom, those loose bales, and he come back through it one more time, just moved it again. And there we go, that should go. No worries, it's a good job. We're going tedding. We're going up to Alistair's, try and get that ready for 2 days time. So that's where we are. Back at Alistair's. Keithy said, Keithy's been tedding a bit further on. He's been tedding out the mower rows from yesterday, but he's going back mowing because the weather still looks, do you know, look at now, Christ almighty. Okay, right. I kid you not, where Keithy was tedding was quarter of a mile from where we are as the crow flies, and he said it's soaking wet all the way through, which didn't matter because it's only just been ted out, so it's still grass. But this, I can tell it's obviously had a bit of drizzle on it, but it is a lot drier than that stuff at home was. I don't think it's had a quarter of the amount of rain on it. In fact, this really ought to be baled tomorrow. Oh boy. Fire out the tractor, quick tyre test, make sure no flat tyres, although I've forgotten to bring some tools with me, so I'm gonna hope we have got a good set of tyres, which we are looking. Yes, good. I think we've got one tine missing on this one. That's an older tine. They get metal fatigue in them, so we'll change that when we get back to the farm. It won't hurt nothing, it won't affect anything. Just have a little look through everything else while we're here. But ones like this, older ones, you know, that one's going to let go soon. And we have been replacing them. You know, you'll see ones like this. This is a brand new one. And yeah, look, brand new in here. But yeah, there's no point in replacing them until they actually break. But they we didn't break a single one for the first 3 years with this thing. We love this thing, and it's going beautiful. I don't like seeing hay wrapped around the rotors like that. I try and pull that off, just because it actually starts getting warm on there. It gets in here. I ain't gonna linger in there because the health and safety people will be on my ass. I'll just pull that off. There's another one here. Flipping out, that is wet. He wasn't lying. I'm gonna ring him in a minute and tell him that he's a liar, and he will not believe me that. But this is dry as a bone. Just like that, the plans have changed all of a sudden. This stuff is oh wow, look at the dust flying. If you had rain come in, you would you know, you get a big baler here or something, you bale it up, because yeah, it would very well, it would bale, you know. You get the fans on it, it would stay fine. But anyway, tomorrow's plans are probably going to change a little bit. We've got some Timothy hay that's going to be ready for tomorrow as well. So what we might do, we really want to get this into a small bale because we sell this is the most we sell of, and it's you know, it's at its best right now. So we want to get this baled tomorrow. There is a slight tiny bit of damp in there, but it's nothing. Once, you know, by the time we get till tomorrow, it's going to be a nice day tomorrow. Yeah, we'll hopefully get this baled up tomorrow, and then I think farmer will either have a big baler come and big bale the Timothy, or he will round bale it. So we'll just see on that one. We'll play it by ear. But yeah, quick as that, things change. But half a mile that way, literally I can see the field from here. It's not even half a mile, it's a quarter of a mile, and the fields are wet, so they must have had, you know, must have had a storm or something go by and just completely miss this bit. Right, we're up at Peter's farm. Edward didn't get onto this because there was a bit there was more bales here than we originally thought. They baled up 3,000 last night, and that was as far as they got. There goes Daisy. little bit long still. Linda's on her way with a packer. There goes Cole. They're nearly done here. They got 2 rows. We're going to clear these up. We got a load to empty already. Linda's going to come and pack these up. Then we'll come down. We'll get them all on trailers. We'll see how late it gets. We'll unload them if we got time, and if not, we'll leave them sat on the trailers. But Uncle Franklin's rowing one up for tomorrow. It's ultra fit now, so the more you smash it up now, it just gets brittle if you TED it. So he's rowing one up for the big baler tomorrow. Our big baler is going to come and do that. But now, well, you can see this. It's pretty dark in here, but this is what they... Oh my God, the smell. That hits you in the face. It's like cooked bread. Anyway, this is just temporary storage because we've got stuff going on all over the place. We've got some Timothy. We're going to big bale it. We're going to put the big bales at the back and put this on front because we're going to use that first. And it's going to live at this farm. We'll get a sheet put down. They'll be fine underneath there. And then we'll build a tunnel into it, get a tractor up here and get them blown. A fair block there, isn't there? They did well yesterday. Old Rob and his dad, they've had a fair day to do 3,000. One baler on as well. That's a fair day. The way this machine stops the bale here. Before it wouldn't do that. You get too close together, it would got to back up now because the bales are too close together. Got to concentrate here because there's a lot of bales all close together in a line. But the other one you'd have awful trouble. Works better when they're spaced out like they are on the road. I don't know what's happened here. Just giving herself some space, come back a bit. Ideal. I think, yeah, our bales are still a bit too long. What are we doing here? We are going to have to shorten these down for tomorrow. I don't know if Farmer told him, but tomorrow's bales are going to be shorter than that. They're a little bit, they're a wad too big. They're, yeah, so we'll get them shortened down tomorrow. But yeah, going to get these loaded now. I'll get these, I'll try and get the ones off the the end rows so Linda can turn without having to drive around the packs, and then we'll go and we'll probably unload them ready for tomorrow because we're going to want the trailers for tomorrow. It'll be a big day tomorrow. Me and Linda are just doing the last few bales. Sun's going down, 10 to 9, beautiful sunset. It's actually summer solstice at the moment, so that means The days are actually going to get shorter, if you can believe that. It's a bit heartbreaking. Winter's on the way, oh no. But we've had a good afternoon here. We got way more done than we thought we would. We're cleared up at home. We're set up ready for tomorrow. We're a little bit ahead of ourselves tomorrow. Uncle Franklin's rode a field out for the big baler already tomorrow, so he's got one less to do tomorrow, so that's good. And yeah, tomorrow should be a good day. Don't know where we'll end up. We might end up with the big baler, we might end up at Alice's. We'll just see as the day goes on. But yeah, look at that sunset. Linda's just packing. What's she got? 1, 2, 3, 4 rows left. I'm going to unload these trailers tonight, so it'll be a late one, but it means the trailers are empty for the morning. And we'll take some trailers up to Alistair's. Hoping for a big day tomorrow if everything goes right. Daisy and Colin got to shorten the bales down a little bit because I forgot to tell them. Typical, blame Ralph. So they're just on the long side. They're not excessive, they're just large for what we need. So we'll get them shortened down. Once we 1 watt shorter, it'll be ideal then. Look at that, beautiful sunset.